This Florida Derby Day, remember to sign up with DRF Bets.
Hi, everybody. Dan Illman, Mike Beer. Time for one of the world's richest races. Let's throw up the field for the Grade 1 Dubai World Cup. $12 million is the purse. We're going 1.25 miles on the main track at Meydan, carded as race number 9. Of course, an international field. Mike, in the Saudi Cup, the Americans sent over a pretty good group, led by Charlatan and Knicks Go. They ran well. They didn't take home the lion's share of that $20 million purse. But Mystic Guide is an intriguing shipper from the United States. He seems like the now horse in our handicap division.
Yeah, he does. He still has a lot to prove, Dan, but man, he keeps taking steps forward out on the racetrack, and his 4-year-old debut was a very good one.
We're going to talk about this field in post position order. Keep in mind that the post positions and program numbers do not correspond for Dubai World Cup Day races. So post position 1, number 5 is Great Scott, who I think outran a lot of expectations as sort of the local hope in the Saudi Cup. He finished 3rd in that race, finishing ahead of 3 of these horses. He is in very good form. I'm not sure about the 1.25 miles for him, though, Mike. I think he might be more of a mile and a 1/16, mile and an 1/8 type.
Yeah, that could be true. Listen, I'm sure his connections were very pleased with his 3rd place finish in the Saudi Cup last time, and I'm sure they'd be pleased if he ran as well on the spot.
And he receives a rider switch. He'll pick up the great Frankie Dettori. Post position 2, number 6 is Hypothetical, second in the Al Maktoum Challenge round 3 over course and distance. He ran fine with a good trip that day, and he's lightly raced enough that we can project a bit of improvement. It's just that he hasn't gotten that big win yet.
True enough. He is still lightly raced. He could take another step forward here. I thought he ran okay last time, Dan, but he got an absolute perfect trip sitting in behind Salute the Soldier on the lead, and he couldn't really make a race of it in the stretch. He just has to do a little better.
Post position 3, number 3 from Japan is Chuwa Wizard, winner of the Grade 1 Champions Cup, formerly known as the Japan Cup Dirt, going 1.25 miles. This horse did not run well in the Saudi Cup. 1.25 miles might be okay for this horse. He's just not in the form that I want to see.
Right. I follow your lead on the Japanese horses, Dan. You didn't like him last time. You were right. I'm still off him.
Title Ready, the 14, post position 4 from the United States. Dallas Stewart commissions Ryan Moore to take the mount. And this horse ran well last time out in the Grade 3 Louisiana at the Fairgrounds. He beat a decent enough field. Silver Prospector, who is 5th in that race, came back to run 2nd in the Razorback at Oaklawn with a 98 buyer. Now, he's yet to pop a triple-digit buyer. He's probably going to need that to win this race, but he's always been a solid horse, and I think the 1.25 miles will work just fine.
Yeah, it could be a question whether he wants the 1.25 miles. I'm with you. I feel like it's going to be okay for him. He's just an underrated horse. He's no superstar, but he's pretty good. He shows up and he runs every time. I thought he ran well last time too, Dan. Keeping closer to a slower pace. If he gets a more of a pace to run at this time, he could be dangerous.
Military Law, number 9, post position 5, a winner at 1.25 miles at Meydan. He also won the first round of the Al Maktoum Challenge. That race, though, was at 1 mile. Didn't really do well in the Saudi Cup. Maybe he didn't like the track.
Possible. Listen, he was very close to what was a pretty strong pace in the Saudi Cup last time, Dan. I feel like that probably didn't work out that well for him. He is a horse. When you just go back and watch some of his races here at Meydan, he's very tactical, and when he gets a good trip and can sit up close to the pace without having to work too hard, he's dangerous. I think he's going to run better in this race.
Let's take a look at the seasonal debut for post position 6, number 10, Mystic Guide, winning the Grade 3 Razorback handicap, and he just overpowered this group over sloppy going. A 108 buyer speed figure. That is a really powerful number, and this horse has a beautiful pedigree. He's always had ability, but the blinkers have really gotten him to focus on the task at hand.
Yeah, it really does feel like blinkers on have made a difference, this horse. He is just one of those 3-year-olds, though, last year who just felt like he kept getting better with racing. He came off the layup last time, and he improved again. If he runs another race like that Razorback, he's probably going to win.
Our next entrant has some back class. That's number 2, post position 7. That is Capezano, who is a Group 1 winner over course and distance at Meydan. He beat the venerable Thunder Snow, I believe a 2-time Dubai World Cup winner, in the Al Maktoum Challenge in 2019. Group winner in 2020 during abbreviated campaign, but he just really hasn't come back with the same zest. He's been beaten by several of these horses this year. It makes me wonder if he's getting a little bit long in the tooth.
Yeah, I worry about that too. I mean, it's certainly possible that he's just sort of racing himself into shape after missing a lot of time. If that's the case, he could surprise in here at a good price.
Number 13, post position 8, is the Great Collection. The Great Collection is another one that's nibbled in his races in Dubai this winter carnival season. I'm not sure about the 1.25 miles. He's a horse that if you want to use, you might want to use on the bottom of single race exotic wagers.
That's probably the way to do it. I mean, he's finished behind Salute the Soldier and Military Law in his last 3 starts, but it's not like he was totally embarrassed by those horses.
Breaking from post position 9 is the number 7, Jesus's Team, who was beaten by Mystic Guide at Saratoga over the summer in the Jim Dandy, but has come back to run some really nice races. 3rd in the Preakness, 2nd in the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile, 2nd in this race, the Pegasus World Cup, behind the aforementioned Knicks Go. And Knicks Go was better than he was in the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile, but Knicks Go ran just fine. It was a career best Beyer speed figure of a 105, and they've been pointing to this race ever since he was unsaddled at Gulfstream.
Yeah, maybe that's a good sign for him, Dan. He's an interesting horse because it does feel like he's a little underrated. I mean, his win 2 back when he got the drop in class, it really wasn't that impressive, but he got the job done, and his surrounding races against better horses are really good.
Number 12 is Sleepy Eyes Todd, breaking from post position 10. He's a versatile sort. Won the Grade 2 Charlestown Classic around 3 turns. He won the Grade 3 Mr. Prospector Sprinting. We just saw him finish 4th in the Pegasus World Cup when behind Jesus's Team. Now, he had a little trouble in the Saudi Cup. I didn't think he did much running after that. I'm very concerned about the 1.25 miles for him. While he's versatile, this distance is far for him, I believe.
Yeah, I agree with you, Dan. I mean, I know that he's had maybe trip excuses in his last 2 starts, perhaps, but again, even with the trouble last time, I didn't think he was running before the trouble, and I didn't do any running after the trouble either. I don't know. I didn't want to take him as he stretches out again.
Number 11, post 11. That's Salute the Soldier. This horse has really taken a step forward this winter in Dubai with the extra distance. He's won round 2 and round 3 of the Maktoum Challenge. Let's watch round 3, going 1.25 miles. He just took the race to him. He was able to get right to the front. He looks comfortable in the stretch, holding off Hypothetical. Maybe this extra distance is what this horse has been waiting for all along. It seems like they've taken him forever to stretch him out.
Yeah, true enough. And he has really responded to the added distance. That's a positive for this horse. And his speed is also a positive, Dan. I mean, I feel like if you're going to be taking shots against Mystic Guide, maybe you want to do it by trying to get in front of him. And Salute the Soldier could be in front of him.
Magny Cour is the number 8, post position 12. 6-year-old with only 8 lifetime starts. It's obvious he's had his share of issues, but he's perfect on synthetic. He's a good turf horse. This will be his dirt debut. He's by Medaglia d'Oro, and he's got some pedigree.
He does. He's bred on the dam. So there's a lot of turf on the bottom, but this is also the female family of the Great Royal Delta, who is obviously a very, very good dirt horse. So pedigree here for a great trainer, top connections. He hasn't really run a bad race yet. We'll see how he handles dirt and perhaps a faster pace. I think the real question for him is if they go faster in his first ever start on dirt, will he be able to keep up?
Breaking from post position 13 is the number 1, Ajuste Fiscal, who is a multiple Group 1 winner in his native Uruguay. 3rd last time out in the Al Maktoum Challenge behind Salute the Soldier. He ran okay, and this extra distance works for him.
He is one of the horses where you don't have to worry about the added distance. He ran fine last time. He really couldn't make a race of it late, but he was wider than the 1-2 finishers.
And completing the field is the number 4, breaking from post position 14. That's Gifts of Gold, who's only raced once on dirt. And I realized that was a long layoff race at a sharp mile, probably too short for him, but he didn't run well at all when behind Military Law. He just seems like a turf horse, and they're taking a shot.
Right. He's hard to take off of that only dirt race that's showing right now.
Top pick time for the Grade 1 Dubai World Cup. $12 million is the purse. Mystic Guide's the horse to beat.
Yeah, I just didn't want to take a shot against him, dude. I just feel like they found a really good spot for him. And if he runs the race that he ran last time at Oaklawn, he's probably just going to win.
I agree that he's going to be really, really tough and the most likely winner. Salute the Soldier intrigues me, though. Ever since they've stretched him out, he's been good. He likes the course, and I think he's going to be able to get to the front or sit just off the leader in here and maybe get the jump on Mystic Guide. 11, 10, 6, 7 for me, 10, 9, 14, 8 for Mike. It's the Grade 1 Dubai World Cup. $12 million is the purse. Good luck.